Guys. So today I am going to talk about some LGBTQIA issues that are around the world that still exist. I'll go a little bit into the history just for you to get an understanding. It's come a long way with how things were in like the 50s and 60s and that. So first I was just going to talk about the Stonewall riots, which I'm sure you've heard of them. They're very famous. So, it was June 28th, 1969. Police raided a gay bar and a riot happened and it went on for a few days, and it was really the start of the gay liberation movement, basically, for LGBTQI people to get rights and all that. So there's that. I'm currently reading a book actually called Curing Queers, and it's mental health nurses and their patients between 1935 and 1974, and it goes through because that was when homosexuality was considered a mental illness, and it goes through the treatments they received and things like that, and it was really horrible and barbaric. And yeah, I'm going to be doing on the 1st of every month, starting 1st of February, a book review of all the books I've read the previous month, and that will be one of them, so I'll talk more about that book then. So homosexuality was treated as a mental illness until the American Psychological Association removed it as a mental illness in 1974. Religious institutions, I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. They're very vocal. I'm not saying all Christians, but a lot of the institutions themselves are very discriminatory towards LGBTQIA people. So we've got that barrier. If you're not in Australia, you may have heard about it. You may not have. So in 2017, we had a marriage equality debate, and it was a plebiscite. So normally the way voting works in Australia is it's compulsory. You go and vote, and who you want as Prime Minister, who you want as your local MP, that sort of thing. But this was voluntary, and it was supposed to vote, and there was a lot of toxicity. There was people that were making ridiculous claims and fear-mongering and all of that. So I think we haven't come as far as we could have with that. Same-sex couples are actually found in a lot, almost all animal species, but homophobia is only found in humans. I just thought I'd put that fact in there, so what I'm saying is, and I'll link all the information I'm providing today, with the exception of the book, because I will do that in a later video. I will actually link in the description if you want to have further reading. I'm just doing really an overview. So it's not as unnatural as people say, and that's their main argument, or the main argument I've heard is, it's unnatural and all of that, where if you're going by that logic, homophobia and discrimination towards LGBTQI people is actually unnatural. In some animals, same-sex couples actually have high status, and yeah. But anyway, let's get on with it. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm also drinking coffee because I'm really tired. I've just started watching Lucifer. It's an awesome show. You should watch it. And, so in 8 countries, they still have the death penalty for being homosexual. And I know there's things like Amnesty International and the Universal Human Rights Commission, all that, are trying to put an end to that, because we've proven through science and all of that that homosexuality is not a choice. Yeah, it's wrong as far as I'm concerned. You may have another opinion, but yeah, so. And then, sorry, I'm looking at my notes because, like, I was just writing stuff down and I'm really tired and I knew I wouldn't remember it. So abuse towards LGBTQIA people still happen every day in some countries, such as torture, killing, arrest because of unjust laws, unequal treatment, censorship. So there's countries that don't allow people to publicly show affection to someone of the same sex. Like, you know, just walking in a park holding hands, like, you're not allowed to do that. Discrimination, denial of family rights, discrimination towards children of same-sex couples, things like that, and that just makes me really sad. And there are still 73 countries where homosexuality is illegal. Now, we have come a long way. I believe Tasmania in Australia, it was only 1994 they actually made homosexuality illegal, but it was, most of the laws in most of the countries have only ever included men. Lesbians and bisexual women have been pretty much invisible. That's a whole other matter. I might do a video on it one day. But I just really wanted to bring to light some of these issues, because it's fine if your religion goes against, you know, they use that one passage from the Bible, which we know for a fact the Bible has been translated that many times, written by that many people. People interpret things differently, so we don't actually know that for sure this is what God said or anything like that. If you don't want to be gay, don't be gay. Like, it's pretty simple. I have friends that I don't really know if they accept homosexuality or not. We don't really talk about it, but they don't go around telling people they're wrong. They don't go around saying they're pedophiles, and they're things I've heard, and they've been called child abusers and things like that, and it's been awful. And it's just, be kind to each other. There's no need for this sort of things to be happening in 2019. Like, we've moved past that. We moved past slavery. We moved past people of colour not being able to rent certain apartments or be in certain areas, and, you know, having to go to the back of the bus and all of that. And I think that in, 50 years, 100 years, when people look back, they're going to look back to us like how we act now, or some of us act now, towards LGBTQIA people, like people treated people of colour back when, all the things with they didn't have rights. In Australia, the way we treated Indigenous people when Australia was settled, I think that's going to happen, and I think that it is time to just agree to disagree. Like, if you don't need to go out and hurt someone just because you don't agree with their sexual orientation. It is not a mental disorder. It's been removed since 1974. it's just time to accept that people are different, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Like I said, I'm really tired. I stayed up really late watching Lucifer, which is an awesome show. You should watch it. But, yeah, so please just treat people with respect. Like, even if you have a difference of opinion, instead of attacking them and saying there's something wrong with them, they're unnatural, all of that, you are able to have a discussion. I have no problem with people sitting down and having discussions as long as it keeps it civil. And that's what I'm going to ask to do if you comment on this video, is keep it civil, keep it respectful. You are entitled to your opinion. I may not agree with it. You may not agree with my opinion, and that's fine, because we're human and people have different ideas. But please just keep it respectful. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Or dislike if you want. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Yeah, if you want me to do another video on sort of like what about the LGBTQI history and what's happened and the progress we've made and the progress that still has to happen, please let me know. And I will attempt to do one at some point. Yeah, sorry, I am rambling. I am so tired. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, and thank you to all the new people who have followed me on Twitter, and hopefully you like this video and check out my other videos and subscribe. It would mean a lot, and thank you to everyone who already has. It means a lot. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to improve it. I'm actually saving up at the moment to get a proper camera, because at the moment, like, I'm using my iPhone. So yeah, I better stop rambling now, or you'll get really bored. But thanks, guys. I will see you next time.